Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope everybody is ready to get cracking again on more dispatch stuff. Hope everyone enjoyed their time off. Hope everyone was able to get caught up on things if they were behind, and hopefully everyone's kind of ready to get going again. We are going to start diving into the FARs, which it's kind of, I mean, part of it obviously is interesting. There's a lot of stuff in here that is good to know stuff that is going to apply to dispatch. There's a lot of different rules and regulations that you're going to need to know, you're going to need to memorize. There's quite a bit of information in here that you're going to need to absolutely know and memorize as a dispatcher. And hopefully I've gone through this and I've highlighted and gone over things to hopefully make things stand out on the specific stuff that you're going to need to memorize. Just kind of looking at the outline stuff here. I know I was telling everyone that I was going to kind of lump these. If you go back to week 4, day 6, it was supposed to be on federal aviation regulations. That's when we were supposed to start into it, which would have been the day before we went on our little airport field trip. However, I kind of put that day off in order to kind of lump it into today's stuff and kind of put it all together, because a lot of the stuff on day 6, if you look at day 6 on the outline here, FAR Part 65 Subpart C review, well, we technically already did that on day 1. FAR Part 1 just goes over all the different definitions and abbreviations that you have to know throughout all of the FARs. So there's no sense in really specifically going through that and looking at it. Now, if you do come across a term in any of these FARs that you're not familiar with, feel free to go to FAR Part 1 and look it up. It should have pretty much every word and term that's used throughout the FARs that we are going to look at should be in FAR Part 1. FAR Part 25, airworthiness standards, is it's kind of similar. It's not necessarily something we're going to directly look at, but it does contain all of the standards that airlines have to abide by as far as maintenance and other things are concerned with their airplanes in order for them to be deemed airworthy to fly passengers with. So there's nothing specific for dispatchers in that. So I'm not going to have you go through it, but just be aware that FAR, the only thing you need to know here is for all of these week 4, day 6 items, is that the only thing you need to know is FAR Part 1 has all your definitions and abbreviations. FAR Part 25 has your airworthiness standards for transport category airplanes. FAR Part 61 is your certification for pilots, and FAR Part 71 is the designation of airspaces. So you already went over the airspaces, Class A, B, C, D, and E, and G as well. You already went over those, so we're not going to look at that again, but just know, the only thing you need to know on this is, as far as the FARs are concerned, that is where it's located. Part 71 has your airspaces, 61 has your pilot certification, 25 has your transport category airplane airworthiness standards, and Part 1 has your definitions and abbreviations. Like I said already, we already went through FAR Part 65 on day 1 of the course. So just know that FAR Part 65 Subpart C is where all of the dispatcher qualifications and certification items are. That's basically where it says you need to be 23 years old, you got to take a course that's 200 hours. All of those items are in there that we went through on day 1. If you look back on the very beginning of the outline here, where it goes through the curriculum and all that stuff, it does walk back through Part 65. Also, there is a document, it's the FARs section just on the main page of the Google Drive, which also has Part 65 stuff in it if you wanted to review it. But I have also attached 2 documents into week 4, day 6 for today's stuff that is what you're going to need to start reviewing for today. So now if you go here, now just scrolling down here, week 5, day 1, this is technically what we are going to start going through today. FAR Part 91, which is your general operating and flight rules, and then FAR Part 121, operating requirements, domestic flag and supplemental operations. So obviously you know SkyWest is a Part 121 airline, and so that Part 121 is going to be the biggest part of what you're going to need to see in here. So anyway, what I have done is I'm going to show you here the Google Drive. So if you look at week 4, day 6, there are 2 documents in here, FAR Part 91 and FAR Part 121. Now, there's not very many FARs in 91. I've gone through here and I have put in only the FARs that you need to know about. So on the 91 document, every FAR that is in this document is one that you need to be familiar with. So you don't necessarily need to memorize it. However, just read through these. Like this first one is about aircraft speed, IFR flight plans. So there's not too much stuff. Takeoff and landing under IFR. This is the RVR conversion chart. Operation specifications information. So just read through all of this document. Then when you're done with this one, like I said, that one is 7 pages, but it's very, it's not a true 7-page reading. Obviously, it's pretty spaced out and has a lot of, you know, line-by-line stuff in here. You can see that it's not very long reading. Now, FAR Part 121, this obviously is going to take a little bit longer. On this particular document, it is 35 pages long. However, that is because it contains almost every FAR that's in Part 121. Now, I've gone through this one and I have highlighted, and you'll see 2 different types of markups in here. Some of them are highlighted, and then some areas specifically are, I've put a red box around. The stuff that has a red box around it is stuff that you absolutely need to know for the class. It's also a lot of this stuff in here in 121 is going to be, especially the stuff in the red boxes. A lot of these red box items are going to be, I found that they are questions on the ADX. So it should help you prepare for that as well. So if I have highlighted it in yellow, that just means you need to read through it and just become familiar with it. And if I have put a red box around specific stuff, that stuff is the stuff that you need to know, need to memorize, write down, study it. That's the stuff where you're going to see potential quiz questions from, the stuff in the red boxes. So just as an example, I'll start scrolling through this. You'll notice that even though this is 35 pages, a lot of it necessarily is not, you know, encased in the red box. So you can see, like here, you can see a couple of red box items. Like this next one, this 121.103 is just one that you need to read through, but does not have any red box items. 121, so you can see some of these aren't even highlighted. Anyway, as you scroll through this, you'll be able to clearly identify which things you need to know. So like I said, this is not necessarily as long as it seems, although it is 35 pages of stuff. There's only limited things that are actually that I have called out in the red box. So, but just remember, if it's in a red box, you need to know it. You need to look at it, read through it, memorize it. I don't expect, obviously, everyone to be able to do this in one day, so I want you to start looking at this stuff today and start reading through these and start to memorize these red box items over the next couple of days. And then on Thursday in our class, we are going to review these. None of this stuff will be, obviously none of this stuff, there won't even be a quiz this week because we didn't have class the last week. So, but we will start looking at this stuff specifically on Thursday in class. I am going to bring these up, but I want you to start becoming familiar with it now in preparation for Thursday, so that you can already kind of know what some of it is and hopefully have a decent amount of it memorized already. Anyway, so that is those two documents. That's what I want you guys to start working on today, and hopefully we can kind of ease into these FARs and start getting used to it and kind of start looking at stuff. And I also plan to get the quizzes that you guys took out at the airport here hopefully uploaded, and I've got them all graded. I just need to get them uploaded and put into the system. So for you guys, hopefully we'll be able to see those by the end of today. But yeah, other than that, that should be it for today's stuff. And I will add some more FARs tomorrow. But the majority and really the big focus over the next couple of days through Thursday until we meet again in class is I really want you to start memorizing and looking at the stuff in this FAR Part 121 document. That kind of is going to be the real big focus this week leading into Thursday. So if any of you have questions, let me know. I do work tomorrow and Wednesday for any of you that might be there. But if not, email, text me, whatever you need, and hopefully we can start diving into these FARs and making sense of everything and getting some of these things memorized. So other than that, that should be it, and we will talk to you guys all again tomorrow.